What the freak is up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video, as you can see by the title, is going to be much different than the ones I have been posting lately on my channel. Today we are going to talk about the things in K-pop that are simply cancerous. Disclaimer, this video has completely no filter, as there are some things that we just need to discuss and it needs to be like brutally honest video. So it means that I will talk whatever is on my mind, and if it makes you mad, then it has hit home. That is it. This video isn't for everyone, especially if you're a toxic K-pop stan who has been engaging in toxic fan wars. I hope everything is clear so we can move now into the video. Now I am just at the beginning of this video, but I can already assume that it's going to be a very long video. So grab a huge bowl of popcorn, some soda, get comfortable, relax, and let's continue with this video. First thing I have noticed since BTS has been hitting huge achievements, such as being nominated to Grammys, is belittling huge achievements just because your faves are far away from reaching them or fail to do so. You will find only K-pop stans treating Grammys like VMAs or any other award show that isn't really meaningful. I don't know how small their brain capacity has to understand that not everyone gets nominated to Grammys, as just being nominated is a huge achievement. Like, just say you're mad because your faves didn't get nominated and that's it, instead of making yourself a clown. Not to mention that it really is hard for pokes to get into Grammys, as well as we know how racist the whole jury is. BTS being nominated to Grammy is BTS success only, not K-pop's. Another thing I have noticed is how K-pop stans are belittling charts, attacking artists because of their charts, calling them flops, like, you know what I mean. Meanwhile, these artists have charted higher than their faves, and when you point this out, they claim that it doesn't matter and you're just a hater. Jaw dropped, speechless. Jimin was the first soloist to get #1 on Billboard Hot 100. So what if he had a big fall down, which was sabotaged by Billboard as they just changed the rules out of nowhere? He still achieved something. Their faves couldn't, even 5 or 7 or even more years into their career. We all have seen what happened with BTS and Yet to Come. Yet to Come still charted higher than any other K-pop songs that were released that year. Yet I still saw people calling the song Yet to Flop, like BFFR. How a song that charted higher than your fave's latest, highly anticipated comeback is floppy. Like, how? It's just like K-pop stans learned the whole word flop and just went with it without knowing the actual meaning of the word. Speaking about BTS, next we have the BTS hate train being way too forced that it has turned into obsession. K-pop stans literally, and I mean literally, cannot praise their own faves without mentioning BTS and how they get mad when they are getting humbled by armies. Like, why are you mad at something that you have started? Speaking of victimizing yourself, K-pop stans are the best professionals at it. K-pop stans will do and say anything just to humiliate the BTS members. I am not going to give out some examples. You probably think I will mention here some things, but I won't, because I need to keep them for different points. I'm just going to say that BTS and the BTS members individually are K-pop stans' biggest nightmare, because they know BTS will always be on top, because they know BTS will always break records and will keep on growing. And their faves, I don't know, maybe they think that they will be in like their shadow or something like that. That is the truth I think we all have been very much aware of. It is not an excuse to be racist or homophobic towards them. It is not an excuse to misgender them. It is not an excuse to insult them and threaten them. I have a feeling that K-pop stans focus way too much on the BTS hate train, that they forget to stream their own fave songs. Maybe if they will put the same energy and focus on their faves, they will be charting much higher, but unfortunately, their stans are way too focused on BTS. Like, how are you even more obsessed and focused with BTS that you claim to hate than your own fave? Moving to another point, Jungkook's promotions were mid. Yes, you heard that right, they were mid. What Jungkook got was some posters, TikTok challenge. He also got a collaboration with Lado, but that's like literally it. Comparing to the other groups, his promotions were mid. When I see stands of idols who had major promotions, even bigger than Jungkook's, saying that the only reason Jungkook is successful is because of the promotions. Meanwhile, their faves had albums on discounts, multiple over 10 and even more versions of albums, free Spotify for fans, special Spotify deals, buying parties, promoting the album at Target or wherever else. And that is just the beginning of the very long list. Comparing to that, his promotions were very much mid. About Jimin's solo stance attacking Jungkook for the promotions. Yes, we know Jimin was sabotaged. However, the promotions were done different because Jungkook was working with Scooter Braun. Scooter was behind the promotions of Jungkook's 7 and Hype was behind Jimin's. Your brain capacity doesn't have to be this huge to comprehend that. Now, something I have mentioned already, which is K-pop stans victimizing themselves a lot more than you actually think. K-pop stans attack everyone, every idol, every fan whenever they want, how they want, and then when the fans are hitting back with the same energy, suddenly they are the victims and demand apology. A fan of XYZ is posting a disgusting tweet about some idol. More fans of XYZ join in. Then the fans of the idol that is being attacked are hitting back, sometimes with simply giving the same energy back, like copy-paste tweet, but attacking their fave. And then the fan of XYZ begins to trend hashtags apologize to XY. This has happened just so many times. You cannot even demand an apology for something that you have caused. Words have consequences and you cannot pretend to be a victim of something that you have caused. This is simply all I have to say about this. Now, this is the most important part of the video, which is K-pop stans don't care about feminism. We have a lot of self-claimed feminists among K-pop fans, but are they truly feminists? Or are they only feminists when it comes to their own faves? Unfortunately, the second option is what happens more often recently. Here I just have to give an example, so I have to name the fandoms. Blinks claim to be feminists, meanwhile lots of them are attacking other females for allegedly copying their faves. Sometimes it is not even because they wore something similar. Sometimes it's even about the hair color. And you call yourself a feminist? But when other fandoms attack your faves, you're asking what happened to feminism? You guys know what's even more funny? That majority of those big Blinks accounts are actually made by men who are often shaming other female idols. Just like I said before, for allegedly copying their faves. And those accounts get hit tweets for shaming a female idol. And it's not like it's just like 500 likes. No, it's more than 1,000, more than 3,000. Don't call yourself a feminist and don't brag about it if you're one of these losers. Is this the feminism you all bark about whenever your faith is being attacked? How can you talk about feminism when you attack other female idols and preach men, I repeat, men, who are shaming female idols? It's like you all have learned the word feminism and just went with it. You're only using feminism for clout or only when you need it. Next we have saying I stopped standing XYZ because of a toxic fandom. Why being in a toxic fandom? I've seen so many stays, NCTzens, Blinks and so on saying that they stopped standing XYZ because of toxic fandom. Like, do you even hear how stupid you sound? Like, I'm being for real. Do you even hear yourself? Like, sometimes it's better to keep things for yourself, honey. And it honestly doesn't matter if you're a toxic K-pop stan or not. You left one fandom because it was toxic, yet you moved to one that is also toxic. So please make it make sense. Make it make sense. Majority of these scream, I wanna be so different so bad, someone notice me, and it honestly gives me pick me vibes. Just stop I promise you, nobody actually cares. And you're gonna save yourself from a very embarrassing situation. You guys have no idea how many times I've seen random fandoms attacking BTS and then crying, calling armies toxic just because they clap back. And then saying that, oh my god, thankfully I left this fandom because they are so toxic, like BFFR. Second last point is K-pop groups rely too much on lip sync, which makes them nothing more but a visual and cool effects group. K-pop stars have a really weird relationship with lip syncing. One time they are fine with it, second time they are not. What makes it everything more confusing is them shaming artists who sing live for having a voice crack. How can you say you're okay with lip syncing because the artist needs to save their voice, yet shame an idol who sings live all the time for having a voice crack? Like, is this why you're saying you're okay with lip syncing? Because you're scared your face would have a voice crack, which is completely normal, and they will get bashed for it? If that's the case, then why do you shame artists for having voice crack? The whole situation with Jimin's encore stage showed not only how disgusting K-pop fandoms are, but also how hypocritical they are. Jimin sang the whole song live and did a live encore stage. Meanwhile, a majority of K-pop groups focus only on encore instead of giving a live performance. Jimin had one voice crack and K-pop stans went on how untalented he is. But when your fave is having voice crack, it's suddenly okay, it's suddenly funny, it's okay, it's completely normal. Double standards. Nothing else. Something you K-poppies brag about all the time, crying how your faves are victims of it. Not to mention how mad y'all were when Jungkook didn't have voice crack, so y'all found the dumbest reason to hate on him. Besides that, we need to stop using the excuse, oh, they lip sync to save their voice. You pay hundreds if not thousands of dollars to see your fave sing live, not lip sync. You go to concerts not to watch them lip sync but to listen to their raw voices without any weird effects. You are paying for this and their job is being a singer. It is a job that they have to sing live. They can save their voice another time. Concerts are not for that. The only reason y'all okay with lip sync is because you don't want your faves to get dragged if they would have a voice crack, and that is it. With the logic, y'all basically mean an artist who sings live all the time during the performance has one voice crack is not talented, but another one who lip syncs all the time is talented? Y'all for real don't make any sense at this point. Last one might be controversial, but whatever. Blinks are the most toxic fandom to ever exist right now. If you are not a toxic Blink, then congratulations, because you are very rare. Like, keep it up, I love you, please don't get toxic. You guys are really, really rare. Now, I don't want to see any comments. Oh my god, it's coming from an army. Like, armies have every right to call a fandom that attacks everyone brutally toxic as much as everyone who calls armies toxic. I personally believe you can say certain fandom is very toxic based on your own experience, because if you're repeating something you have heard about certain fandom without even engaging with them, it's kind of weird to me. I think Blinks are the most toxic fandom from my own experience. Whenever I hear something about Blinks, it is never anything good. It's always them attacking BTS members or female idols. I don't even know where do I even begin with. Maybe let's start with how a lot of Blinks accuse other female idols of copying their faves. How many female idols have been falsely accused of copying Blackpink? How many female idols have faced very disgusting comments because of them? They don't care if someone actually copied their fave or not. They just see another female idol, they do everything to connect the clothes, poses, hair, makeup, just anything just to prove that they're copying Blackpink so they can drag this female idol. They preach about feminism, meanwhile they shame other female idols. They preach about feminism, meanwhile they hype up male Blinks, leaving shaming disgusting comments about women. It's not only about women who are adults, but also teenagers. They have been also shaming a literal 14-year-old. Not to mention how every time I open Twitter I see Blinks attacking everyone unprovoked. I would understand if they would attack them provoked, but majority of the time it's completely unprovoked. Like, I can swear even on my life, it is always them starting this whenever I open Twitter. BTS could literally stand on a bee and they would drag them for this, tagging UNICEF to remove them because they support animal cruelty. They always attack unprovoked, and what happens when other fandoms clap back? They trend hashtags, apologize to Blackpink and stuff like that, pretending to be a victim of something they have started. Your words do have consequences. They are very much aware of the fact that once they attack certain idol or group, the fandom of the idol will give them the same energy. They know that they will clap back, and they are very much aware that they're setting up Blackpink members. Next we have dogs. Sometimes it is understandable that a certain person gets dogged. Majority of the time it is because they left a disgusting or derogatory comment, so they had it simply coming. I am not saying that doxing is good, doxing isn't good. However, it is understandable if you're leaving racist, xenophobic, homophobic comments like sorry, not sorry, but you had this coming. But Blinks take it actually more seriously because they dox everyone who says something about Blackpink that they simply don't like. Here is one of the examples. This person did not say anything derogatory about them, but Blinks still doxed them. Another time when Dahyun skipped Lalisa's ad. Do you guys remember how they Dahyun for this? It was insane, and for what? Just because she skipped an ad, which happened to be Lisa's music video? It was a huge chaos. Not only they shamed Dahyun, made a hashtag trending, encouraging others to drag her too, but also doxed one of Twice's translators who never even engaged in any type of fan wars. Not really a long time after, it was revealed that he ended up in hospital because his mental health have worsened. And guess what Blinks did? Did they apologize? No, they trended hashtags yes to cyber and encouraged others to do so too. Not only that, they were happy to see this poor boy suffer for no reason because he did nothing bad. Next we have disrespecting religions. When everyone was calling Blackpink out for using a god Ganesha as an aesthetic and disrespecting Ganesha, many Blinks went on to disrespect the whole religion, leaving very disgusting comments. Honestly, I could go on like this for hours, but I believe this video is already way too long for the way I planned it to be. So don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn notifications on for more. That is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!